Tony Bellew and Eddie Hearn actually appear serious about Bellew facing Tyson Fury sometime in 2018. Tyson Fury also talked about the possibility of this fight happening in his recent IFL interview, which most of you have probably seen. I'm surprised. Tony Bellew, by his own admission, and I think even his promoter Eddie Hearn has said this, is an overachiever. Bellew's often said that he's achieved more than he ever thought he would. Especially beating David Haye. I think that was the icing on the cake with the cherry on top. How far can this overachieving go? Could it extend as far as beating Tyson Fury? I didn't think he beat David Haye, but then again, I didn't realize how badly David Haye was suffering from injuries. But credit where credit's due. He definitely proved me wrong in the David Haye fight. I mean, I didn't think it was a mismatch, by the way. If you go back and look at my video when I was talking about it, I was like, you know what? I don't think this is necessarily the mismatch that people think it is. I did say that, but I certainly was picking David Haye to win. But with Tyson Fury, to me, that's like, if I thought David Haye was a favorite over Bellew, Tyson Fury is, in my mind, the certainty over Tony Bellew. But would Bellew be able to pull off one of the biggest shocks of all time by beating Tyson Fury? What kind of shape is Tyson Fury going to be in if he decides to take that Bellew fight? Maybe Tyson Fury will be a good 20, 30 pounds overweight and say, you know what? I can still beat him. 20, 30 pounds overweight. Maybe that'll be a mistake. Maybe he won't be light enough. Maybe he won't be sharp enough. Maybe Bellew will be able to nick it on points. I seriously doubt it. But Bellew is the Cinderella man. He's the miracle man. He's the quintessential overachiever. And also, I'm quite surprised that Bellew and Eddie Hearn are talking about still having this David Haye rematch. I have seen Eddie Hearn in a couple of interviews say, well, we've got legal obligations as far as the David Haye rematch goes. But then in the next breath, he's saying, this is the direction we're going at the moment. Kind of suggesting that we might not stick with the David Haye rematch. We might scrap it. Perhaps there's the deadline in terms of getting the rematch rescheduled and signed. And if they pass the deadline and David Haye's recovery isn't on schedule, then maybe they'll scrap it. Maybe it's got something to do with Sky. How much confidence can Sky really have in David Haye at this point? Just think about the amount of Sky fights that David Haye's pulled out of. I believe the Manuel Charr fight was supposed to be on Sky. The 2 Tyson Fury fights were supposed to be on Sky. And on top of that, the performance David Haye put in against Klitschko was so anticlimactic and so negative that Sky actually stopped doing pay-per-view for a while after that because they received so many complaints from the public. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what decision Hearn and Bellew make with regards to the David Haye fight. If I was in their position, I'd be looking to scrap the David Haye fight altogether. Because at this point, it looks as though Bellew was looking for a cash-out fight. Or else, why fight David Haye again? He's already beaten him. You don't need to fight him again. He's fighting him again for the money. That's what it is. Yeah, and I know people might say, oh, he wants to prove that he can beat David Haye even without David Haye being injured. I struggle to believe that that's the main motivation that he wants the rematch. I think the main motivation for Bellew right now is money. Yeah, he wants to try shoot for a heavyweight title or whatever, but look, Tyson Fury is one of the giant heavyweights, and he's exactly one of the giant heavyweights that Bellew previously said he wouldn't fight. He said these guys are too big. Now he's gone back on it, and yeah, maybe he sees Fury coming back from a layoff, terribly out of shape. He's thinking he might be able to take advantage. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure in his head he knows that it's an uphill battle, putting it mildly. even against a Tyson Fury coming back from a layoff. He's going to be in some kind of shape if he steps in the ring again. He will have done sparring and what have you. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I think Bellew's looking to cash out. And if he is looking to cash out, forget about David Haye. If Fury can get his license back, this is my view. If Fury can get his license back, Bellew might as well target Fury if that's what he's looking for. Just a big payday at the end of his career. Might as well. Fury's probably less likely to pull out. Fury ain't been paid in, 2 years now? So he ain't trying to pull out of fights at the moment. The first big fight he gets, he's trying to make sure he goes through with it so he can get that bank balance a bit healthier again. I mean, I'm sure he's not broke, but, I'm sure he wouldn't mind a few extra zeros on the end of his balance either. Let me know what you think of this situation in the comment section below. Do you think Bellew's got a hope in hell? Any kind of chance at all? You think he's crazy for doing this? Do you think he really believes he can win? Or do you, like me, believe he's just looking for a cash out fight? That don't mean that he's not going to try and win. But in the back of his mind, do you really think he's going? Does he really think he's going to win? I doubt it, personally. I'm sure he dares to dream and thinks, what if I catch Fury like this? Or what if I move around and make it awkward for him? Yeah, he's going to think like that. Because he's won most of his fights that he's had in his career, in his life. So he is a winner. He does think about how I'm going to win, but I don't think Tony Bellew is stupid. And because I don't think he's stupid, I don't think he truly believes. I mean, put it this way. Tony Bellew's not going to be betting any money on himself in this fight. If he fights Tyson Fury. He ain't going to be betting no money on himself. That would be my prediction. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think of this situation in the comment section below. Tony Bellew versus Tyson Fury. A strange fight. But most people didn't think we'd see Tony Bellew versus David Haye. That was written off when it got made. So, boxing is pretty strange these days. Seems like Amir Khan kicked it all off with the strangeness when he fought Canelo Alvarez. That just came out of left field and caught everybody by surprise. And since then, we've had all kind of unlikely matchups. Kell Brook against Triple G and so on and so forth. Now, potentially Bellew against Tyson Fury. Crazy stuff. Yeah, let me know how you feel, people. It's happening. I'm out.